Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Snacking with Jack podcast. I am your host, Jack Sass, and I am joined as usual by the very inattentive Pepis Jones.
Hi. What does that mean again?
You don't know what? Oh, come on. You know what inattentive means.
Not attentionizing. Attentioning.
Attentionizing. All right, we're making up words already. But I'm also joined by a very special guest tonight. We've got Rus Ryan.
Hello, Jack. Hello, Pepis. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, anytime. Glad to have you. We've been stale with just us two for a while here, and I wouldn't even say it's stale. We've been having a great time.
But it's nice to have another person on.
It is.
Yeah, it's nice to throw your co-host under the bus in the first couple of seconds. Yeah, it's getting real stale here.
Yeah.
But I disagree, and I want to talk about that first song. So, it's now I'm not familiar.
yeah.
Who was that?
That was Incubus with Megalomaniac, and I think that's probably the first time I've ever played Incubus on this show.
Okay, so. It definitely it felt like late '90s radio. Alt rock radio, and I'm realizing every time Incubus gets brought up, I don't listen to him very much. I've definitely heard that radio stuff. That song seems way too long to be on. That's not a radio song, huh? That song's like 6 minutes long or something.
That was like 5, I think, but
that couldn't have been.
I don't think I've ever actually heard it on the radio.
Was it?
No, I don't think it was. It's one of my favorite songs by him. I like Incubus, but I don't listen to him a whole lot. But that song I picked up. It probably would have been about 20 years ago, I guess, when I first got that album.
I was about to say, their peak was around that time, late 90s, early 2000s. I know I saw them play with 311 and some other band, and had these great tickets right on this balcony at this great old theater in New Orleans. And I've never been a fan. I was just never kind of listening to that genre. And it was one of those weird shows where I was just watching everyone going wild. I'm like, all right, this is okay, because I'm not really like 311. Incubus was kind of the same style, and the other band was the same style too, and they're another one of those legendary bands at that time. But just seeming kind of I guess I was too cool for school at that point or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Thinking about that, I don't think that would really be that bad of a show. I mean,
everyone seemed to be having a great time.
Either,
I will say that. That's just what kind of wasn't my scene at the time, and I guess I was too punk or something at the time for that stuff. But I still appreciate it now. But I probably, going now, I'd be all, having fun.
Yeah, I know that feeling. When I was a lot younger, it was just no, I don't like anything that I don't like, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to go see it and everything. But now it's just I'd go to any show. I'd be happy just to go to a show.
Yeah, it softens. I think getting older and I don't know. Pepis, are you like that? Do you have certain genres of music? You'd be like, there's no way I would ever go see that. Or are you up for anything?
You. You.
Me?
Yeah,
what?
He's talking to you.
Oh, I was zoned out. I'm sorry.
See, the very inattentive Pepis Jones. No, he was asking if there was anything that you don't really like a type of music that you just absolutely can't stand that you're probably going to like 20 years from now.
I was going to say Taylor Swift, and I don't think I'm going to like her 20 years from now.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that.
Well, it's more about going to shows. Would you go to a Taylor Swift show now?
No.
Okay, well, there's a possibility, you might be catching her in Vegas and, doing some run when she's in her early 50s. You'd be like, I remember her. Yeah, why not? Let's grab a couple of drinks and go see stupid
Vegas residency.
It happens. You kind of soften with stuff you're, really against when you're later on. It almost become a joke, and that'd be a fun joke. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I could afford to see Taylor Swift now. If someone gave me tickets, I don't know. I'd probably go.
Yeah, well, not these days, but maybe, with the residency in Vegas, I'm sure it'd probably be running maybe $25
Yeah, but she's not
going
to be looking that great by then. Come on.
I don't really think she's looking that great now, but, that's just me. But, what was I was going to say something.
Yeah, she's a dog, huh? Yeah, that dog, Taylor Swift. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't see what anybody likes in her. I don't know. I don't get it. She's blonde. That's it. That's the only reason why.
Well, she changed not art styles, song styles multiple. She was country.
What? She was, wasn't she? Uh-huh. Yeah, it was
yeah, she's going to go back to her roots at some point. So she's got her eras. This is eras, right? Where she got I'm this thing now, and I'm football.
Yeah.
This is football Taylor. We got experience right now.
Yeah, it was you think about Taylor Swift now, and it's all associated with football. It's freaking weird. But yeah, she was in like direct competition with what's her name, Carrie Underwood or whatever, back like 10 years ago.
They were boot kicking against each other, boots kicking around the country.
And one's strictly country, and the other one I guess was too.
A little bit of rock and roll. No.
Yeah. and now she's doing. I don't know. I haven't heard of Taylor Swift. I probably have, but I wouldn't be able to point it out in a crowd. But no, Pepis actually just went to her first live show here. Last month.
Yeah.
We went to go see Nirvana, a Nirvana cover band, and Foo For You, which was a Foo Fighters cover band. And it was actually a really, really good show. Like, I was really surprised.
So I got to ask, were there 3 or 4 dudes in the Nirvana?
3.
3? Okay. Stay a little true. I got nothing against
they looked
Nirvana. Did they kind of try to dress like Nirvana, or were they just being like...
They did.
They did.
They did very much. The drummer actually even looked almost identical to Dave Grohl.
Was he in Foo For You?
No, he was not, unfortunately. I wish that would have tied over, but it didn't.
He could have pulled like a double pay, too, for that. He's a fool for not doing that.
But, I mean, the tickets were like $10, plus taxes and fees and whatnot, so I think it equaled out to maybe about just shy of $30 for both of us to go to the show. So it was well worth it, and... it was at a small venue down here in Asheville, and it was a very intimate show. And yeah, I think you liked it.
Well, how was it? Yeah, how was it, Pepis?
It was okay. It was quite loud.
Welcome to the concert world.
didn't like the fact that everybody else was taller than I was.
Well, you're going to have to get used to that.
That's a big issue for a lot of ladies going to shows. So you got the advantage of having Jack, who can like maneuver you through crowds like anything. Like, don't worry, people will get out of Jack's way. But think of true. Jack is like the opposite of you, because anyone that he's in front of at a show is like, are you serious? Like, come on. I'm trying to watch the band. And I don't know how you feel about that. Do you tend to like go towards the back?
I try to get as far up front as possible. I don't give a shit about the people behind me.
With a big cowboy hat on and everything.
Or one of those ones, those big foam ones that are freaking huge.
Mm-hmm. Couple of foam fingers too, just to get the little peripheral blockage.
Like the Burt Reynolds Saturday Night Live hat. Well, it's a funny hat. But no, I actually had a guy that was taller than me
talk about Turd
come and
Ferguson.
stand in front of me this time.
It's a funny name.
I was like, Turd Ferguson. But yeah, like he came and stood right in front of me, and I'm like, oh, so this is how everybody else feels. Like I've been an asshole for years. I never knew how it felt.
I haven't seen many like of those like tribute bands. I saw a Beatles tribute band once, which was funny that they actually sold their own albums of them doing the Beatles songs in the lobby, which was like, all right, you guys did pretty good. I don't need to listen to you guys. We have the Beatles at home. Like, we don't need we have the actual Beatles.
Yeah,
we don't need. It was strange.
That's something I need to do on this show. There was
go see a fake Beatles band and report back. You should.
It may be a little bit different, but there was a guy from Monty Python. I can't remember his name. I think it was Eric, that did his own versions of Beatles songs. Well, he wrote songs that sounded like Beatles songs that were just utterly ridiculous. And I should play some of those on here sometime. I was just thinking about that.
Oh,
but
fantastic.
It's pretty funny.
I bet Chris would know if she was here. What member of Monty Python did Beatles songs? But we'll never know. Could be Eric Idle. I think you're right.
I think it is. I'm not 100% sure, but I could look it up. But I'm not gonna. But no, this is my first time seeing.
Talking about the Ruddles,
a cover band. The Ruddles, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there we go.
Or
I knew I could pitch that out
RUTTLES
into the ether, and it would get back to me.
Well, see, it's a good thing you have that ultimate Google over there. But
not making up a fake name for it. Just go. Okay.
I mean, you could have fooled me, but no, I remember actually now. Yeah, it was the Ruddles. I'm gonna have to play some of that sometime. But I don't know. We should probably play something else. Or what? Do I have news? I don't think I have news.
Breaking news.
We saw a rainbow.
Oh yeah, it came right down over Dollar General. No, that's not.
That is
Dollar
not how it
Tree?
goes.
Oh, Big Lots.
Big Lots.
Yeah, I forgot this joke already. I'm sorry, kid.
Wow.
And St. Patrick's Day was just a few days ago, so it could have just been
It was
kind of waiting around for y'all.
one of the biggest drinking days of the year, and I didn't do anything, which is fine. I'm 131 days sober today, and I am very, very proud of myself for that.
Congrats.
Thanks. It's been a wild ride, but I guess I could talk about this. I made a purchase today, and I bought this Budweiser Zero. Budweiser Zero. It is 0.0% alcohol, 0.0% flavor, and 0.0% fun. But I bought a 12-pack of them.
Is that like those
because you can't
emergency
just buy
hurricane
one.
waters that they made during Katrina, where it was like the beer companies were like, "We're going to stop brewing beer. We're just making bottled water and we'll can it and everything." That's what that
Yeah,
looks
it's kind of
like.
like that. I have some of those. I have one somewhere on a shelf over there from Coors, I think. It's just Coors water. It's hilarious. But no, this is
Made from Rocky Mountain waters, and that's all
This
it is.
is-
We just took the Rocky Mountains, stole their water, and here you go.
Yeah, this is pretty much water, and it's water with 50 calories. So it's kind of pointless.
Water with like a drop of beer taste.
Yeah, there's just like one little eyedropper of beer put in there just for flavor. But the thing is, it's like I like the taste of an alcoholic beverage, but I don't like the alcohol with it. I mean, I used to love alcohol, obviously.
You?
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been an alcoholic. Yeah, I know, right? Me of all people, really. So I was like, I had just had this craving over this past week or so just to like have a beer. And I'm like, well, I don't want the alcohol. I want to keep going with my streak that I'm going with absolutely no alcohol whatsoever, and I'm doing really good with that. But I've been thinking of how badly I want a beer. So I was like, well, they make non-alcoholic beer now, and a lot of companies are doing that. So at the store, unfortunately, all they had was this Budweiser, and it's terrible.
There was no like O'Doul's, or you thought that was getting a little fancy and it up too much?
Well, I don't know. That's actually what I was looking for when I got there, but they didn't have it. They had this and Bush. Bush Zero as well. I was like, oh, I could just get bottled water and be fine then, because I mean, Bush with alcohol in it tastes like water, so kind of pointless. But yeah, so this is the point that I'm at in my sobriety right now, and I actually just purchased today, and it's getting shipped to me, a bottle of non-alcoholic bourbon.
What?
So, yeah. So I'm gonna have
Is
to
that
try
like
this.
maple syrup, like watered down or something? Like, what is that? Just
I don't know. A little bit of cherry
like when the
flavor.
guy that washes out the barrels at the end of the cycle, he just pours it into this thing. Like, this is non-alcoholic barrel taste. Okay.
Right. I don't know. So it's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it because obviously, as you all know out there, I love bourbon. I love it a lot. Hell, I had a show that I was on before this one that devoted most of its time to trying different types of bourbon. So, I mean, it was in the name of the show. So it
was called Bourbon
definitely,
and Bourbons. I remember.
Yeah. So it's definitely been a major part of my life over the past 5 or 6 years. I've been known to try many, many different bourbons. So this is not going to be really any different aside from the fact that it's not going to have alcohol. I don't know how they do it because you have to like age a bourbon. I think a bourbon has to be aged like 6 years in order to be considered a bourbon. So what are they aging it? And I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So when I get that, we'll try that and it'll be on here. It'll be interesting.
Maybe they slightly age it. It's just in there for
slightly age it. They just put it in a
It's like
refrigerator.
Kentucky pond water from like underneath some tunnel or something.
Yeah.
It smells kind of like it, and it definitely won't get you drunk. So,
No. So it's like I'm kind of, I don't know.
so this beer, you got this beer. So have you
I
had
got
one of
this
these
beer.
yet, or is this like are you just waiting to crack this?
I've
You've never
had-
done this yet.
I've had 2.
Oh,
today.
okay. I thought you were making this was a dramatic moment for the show. Like,
no,
all right, here we go, and we're
really
doing it.
It's not good.
It tastes like ass.
But unfortunately, it was only Pepis had some too because she wanted to try it.
I didn't. I said I didn't want to try it. And I was gonna put it back in the fridge, and you told me to try it. You were like, try it.
Have you? Have you
put a
like
gun to your
drinking much
head.
beer before, Pepis? You're not under oath or anything. It's fine.
Yeah, and raise your right hand.
Which one's my right hand?
That's when she was younger. I guess I don't know if I liking back.
She was way into beer.
Was this like child abuse? I don't know. But when she was younger, I used to give her a sip or so of like of a beer when I would have one, and
I remember being dramatic and hiding under the table so that people wouldn't see me take a sip of beer.
And then when she got a little bit older than that, then I'd let her try, some harder stuff, and then it led to cocaine and.
And here I am, an addict nowadays.
Yeah, so she's got a problem now, and it's a very expensive problem, but we're gonna get it taken care of.
And that's not true. Just putting that out there.
Well, I would hope nobody would assume that it's true.
You aren't under oath or anything, and modern problems require modern solutions.
The only addiction I have is to Pepsi, at the moment.
Yeah, caffeine addiction. That's a serious one.
No, it's just a Pepsi addiction.
So you you go by Pepis. Like I'm a Pepsi fan too. Like are you kind of like a Pepsi aficionado at all? You like wild cherry Pepsi or like weird cherry Pepsis?
What?
I thought we were talking about alcohol and stuff. She's talking about Pepsi. I was like, I don't know. People are getting into
that's what she's
sodas have
addicted to.
so much weird niche stuff now. Like if you notice, like every couple of weeks there's a new Coke, like a Spice Coke, Space Coke. Like
I was going to show you the Spice Coke at the store today.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. All the Dream Coke was great. Spice Coke is great. Space Coke was really great. All of the Coke. I'm just talking about the flavors of Coca-Cola. People are going to clip this. God damn it! All right, I'm regretting this.
Spiced Coke. Put a little bit of cinnamon in my cocaine. It burns a little bit, but I love it. Yeah.
I didn't like the space one.
I didn't have that one.
That one was very vanilla. It definitely had it really had a really hard other way taste, not like the spice one, which is like, oh, this is kind of familiar. The other one was like, whoa.
Well, I have tried all the different Dr. Peppers they've been coming out with. Like the latest one. I really like the Dr. Pepper and cream soda. That one's friggin' amazing because I love cream soda and I love Dr. Pepper, and you put the two together, of course I'm gonna love it. But then they have this Dr. Pepper with strawberry now. It's like,
I tried that.
Yeah,
I did try that.
I just like it.
I'm a strawberry sucker. I didn't even like that one. I was like, nah.
It's a little sweet.
It was too much.
It's very syrupy, but I like it.
It's
not
the greatest. Not something I drink all the time, though.
But I always assumed that strawberry was one of the 23 flavors in regular Dr. Pepper anyway.
They're trying to trick us. So like, aha, you're trying to guess the flavors. It's like maybe they're just taking one and like, it's all this and a little bit of the other ones.
Yeah, right.
They've got 23. Yeah, and the thing is, if you don't like one of those like little knockoff flavors they do, don't worry. It's not going to be around very long anyway. Those things like last like a little bit. They do like one cycle, like, all right, fuck, I will go try something else. It's constant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dr. Pepper. It's like every single store has its own brand of it. Like Walmart's like Dr. Thunder.
That's a great one, though. Old Dr. Thunder.
They all taste the same.
That's an old school knockoff there.
There's like no difference between any of them. And it's that and the Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is ripped off by every single grocery store out there. Like Mountain Moon Drops or Mountain Mist. It all has mountain in the name.
See, I always like the Mitch Hedberg, talk about Mr. Pibb. He's like, it's a bullshit knockoff. Dude didn't even get his degree.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Pepper, I had to go to school for 8 years.
Yeah, he didn't drop out and start making pop all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then get extra spicy after that. Whatever happened to Mr. Pibb? Like
I thought you were going to say Mitch Hedberg. I was about to say he died.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
24 years ago.
That was a lot. I'm still sad about that.
R.I.P. Mitch.
Yeah. Huh?
You heard me. So you talk about beer, all this. You wanted a beer, all this. You're fantasizing.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So I want to play my first song, and it's just randomly. You made me think of the song, and now y'all have to listen to a song. And do you guys remember a band called the Cycle Sluts from Hell?
No.
Well,
yes.
Here.
No.
No.
Yeah, good throwback there.
Thanks for that.
I'm so confused.
See, when you first said the name, I thought you were going to say Psycho Stick because they did a song called Beer, and I thought that's where you were going with that. But then I was like, I don't think Russ would have ever heard of that song. You might have, but I don't know.
I don't think I have. I don't think I know them. But I do know the Cycle
another
Sluts
one of
from
those.
Hell, which are this is like I said, like a one-hit wonder metal band. All the girls got their own lines. They all sang. They didn't do anything else. I don't know why. I haven't thought about that song in a long time. But you wishing your fake beer was a beer.
Yeah,
Or
I am actually, but I don't miss alcohol. I don't. That's the weird thing. It's like I don't miss the way it makes me feel. I don't miss the way it made me act. I just, I'm like over that point in my life. But I like the taste. I want to find something that still will fill that void of having the taste of a drink without the stupid effects that I would get from it.
Yeah, and like the replacement always used to be like coffee or like what are you supposed to take a shot of espresso? Like, yeah, I could see like a fake bourbon be a thing. Like, I just want a little whatever. A shot if it's so sweet or whatever.
It's like I'm like the bourbon. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be good because I would like to have something to just kind of just sip on because that's what I would do with bourbon. I'm just sip on it. You don't just chug that shit. With beer, it's a little bit different because beer is like say I'm going to like some sort of social event and being sober it is very weird. It's not the type of lifestyle I was really expecting because I don't drink, and I refuse to drink, but I can't do anything about the people around me. Like, I can't tell them not to drink if they're going to drink. So in a social situation, if people are going to be drinking, well, I'd like to partake in the fun, but not necessarily drink. So it's like a non-alcoholic beer. So you still get that same feeling of just being like, okay, I'm still hanging out, I'm still having fun, but I'm not getting drunk. I gotta say,
I got a real good friend. I've been friends with for years, my buddy Artie, and he quit drinking years and years ago. But the entire time he wasn't drinking, I was in a band with him. We played gigs forever. He went out to bars and stuff. He's still my friend. We still hang out. He's still trying to get a band together always. He's kind of like a older, like he's a little bit older than me, but like I've known him to be sober for like 10 years now, maybe even more than that. I know the entirety of the time I was in a band and played with this guy and did gigs and went out and did stuff. And he was in his probably mid-30s when like we started the band and stuff. So there's a path and there's a way to go out and fucking hang out and have fun and stuff, and not have to worry about that. And he thinks about it and stuff because he thinks about it. He can't not. But he always hung out with me. Like I said, we were in a band, and I can be responsible when needed, but for the most part, I'm a little loosey goosey.
Well, yeah, I know how much fun we've had together when we've hung out with alcohol. I can't deny that. I mean,
I know you kind of make me want to drink. And you're supposed to talk about this. I reached in a drawer to see if there's anything here. This is the grossest thing. This is probably actually from a thing that we had. One of those disgusting little shots left. It's the espresso. This is from that same Mardi Gras. This is from that. This is the last one left.
I think I'm still hungover from that Mardi Gras, just from that bucket of vodkas that you had.
Oh yeah, it was a little more family oriented this year. We did have a lot of fun Mardi Gras Day, but it was a lot more measured when you don't go to the Big Easy. Like believe me. Well, so we still went out and had a lot of fun though. Just like brought the kids along. We've been ignoring them for 2 years, going to Mardi Gras without them. So that was nice.
Yeah, and my biggest thing that I've been trying to do is just because it's not normal for me not to drink. So it's like my whole life has been turned around by not drinking, and I've been very vocal about it. My whole sober process has been very public because it for one, it holds me accountable. So it's like, okay, there's a lot of people out there that want to see me continue not drinking, along with myself. So one way to do that is make it very public and have everybody out there know this is what I'm doing. And another thing is like, if there's other people out there that are looking or like sober curious, I guess, that would like to quit as well. It's completely possible. I mean, I thought, it's like, this is it. This is how the rest of my life's going to go. I'm just going to be an alcoholic the rest of my life. It's going to suck. I started to hate it. I started hating drinking. I hated the way I was. I hated the way I felt.
Wait, hold on. Is this an intervention? Why are my relatives walking in the room? What?
Rent.
Fucking... No! No! You'll never take it from me! All right,
see, yeah, that's what, but it really did turn my life upside down to... Like, so much of my life was devoted to alcohol. And I would spend a lot of time focusing on when I was going to get my next drink, where alcohol was going to be. I based my fun around alcohol. It's like, okay, I'm going to go here. There's a bar. Yay. It's going to be fun. So my thing that I've been doing since I've been sober is trying to find things that don't involve alcohol to keep me fun. Or to keep me having fun. And the thing is, like, I'm starting to realize I never needed the alcohol in the first place to have fun. Like, I can go to a restaurant, I can go to a bar. I don't have to get alcohol, but I can still have fun. And it's a whole lifestyle change, but I still have the same lifestyle. I'm still doing the same things. I went to that concert last month and didn't have a single drink and still had a great fucking time. I didn't need the alcohol to have fun. So...
And you save a shitload of money. It's almost like quitting smoking. Or like,
oh, yeah,
I know, like,
that's what I got to do next.
Quitting smoking is like, wow, that's like so much money saved. Whew. All right,
that's
topic for a different day. God damn it! All right,
I'm not trying to make you sober, but
let's play a tune. Let's play a tune real quick.
All right,
what do you got lined
something?
up? Or what? I want to hear a Pepis tune. What does she had lined up? I know she had some stuff lined up.
She doesn't have anything.
I had nothing that Jack will find interesting.
Well, that's even better. Like, I try to find things that Jack doesn't find interesting. You think Jack speaks for the majority of people who are probably listening to this? No. Like, if Jack doesn't like it, it's probably great.
Yeah, I have a very different taste of music. But I'm going to actually play something by The Damned called Neat, Neat, Neat.
I look out into your eyes out there, when I look out into your faces, you know what I see? I see a little bit of Elvis in each and every one of you out there. Let me tell you, well, Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big ease inside of you and me. Elvis is everywhere, man. He's in everything. He's in everybody. Elvis is in your jeans. He's in your cheeseburgers. Elvis is in Nutty Buddies. Elvis is in your mom. He's in everybody. He's in the young, the old, the fat, the skinny, the white, the black, the brown, and the blue. People got Elvis in them too. Elvis is in everybody out there. Everybody's got Elvis in them. Everybody except one person, that is. Yeah, one person. The evil opposite of Elvis. The anti-Elvis. Anti-Elvis got no Elvis in him, let me tell you. Michael J. Fox has no Elvis in him. Yeah, and Elvis is in Joan Rivers, but he's trying to get out, man. He's trying to get out. Listen up, Joni, baby. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see is that the big ease inside of you and me. Ow. Man, there's a lot of unexplained phenomenon out there in the world. A lot of things people say, what the heck's going on? Let me tell ya. Who built the pyramids? Elvis. Who built Stonehenge? Elvis. Yeah, man, you see guys walking down the street pushing shopping carts, and you think they're talking to Allah? They're talking to themselves, man. No, they're talking to Elvis. 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 You know what's going on down the Bermuda Triangle? Down the Bermuda Triangle. Elvis needs boats. Elvis needs boats. Elvis, 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 Elvis needs boats. Ah, the sailing Elvis. Captain Elvis. Commodore Elvis it is. Yeah, man. You know, people from outer space, they come up to me. They don't look like Dr. Spock. They don't look like Klingons, all that Star Trek jive. They look like Elvis. Elvis. Everybody in outer space looks like Elvis, because Elvis is a perfect being. We're all moving in perfect peace and harmony towards Elvisness. Soon all will become Elvis. Everything, everywhere will be Elvis. Why do you think they call it evolution anyway? It's really Elvis-lution. Elvis-lution. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see that the big ease inside of you and me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The time has come. Time has come to talk that little bit of Elvis inside of you. Talk to it. Call it up. Say, Elvis, heal me. Save me, Elvis. Make me be born again in the perfect Elvis light. That's right. You got that Elvis inside of you, and he's talking to you. He says he wants you to sing. Everybody gotta sing like the king. Like the king. Get that leg going now. Get your lip too. Not no fool Billy Idol lip either. Everybody. Yeah, we're rocking now. Elvis is with us. He's with us and he's speaking to us. He says, peoples. He says, peoples. Everybody. Everybody gotta sing. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see that the big ease inside of you and me. Elvis is everywhere. Elvis is everything. Elvis is everybody. Elvis is still the king. Man, oh man, what I want you to see that the big ease inside of you and me. Elvis.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah, the late, recently departed, very recently, last month, and I'd forgotten about that. Mojo Nixon there with Elvis is Everywhere.
Yeah, man, that one hit hard. One of the few things I remember my older brother Matt would like really, and you met my brother Matt, that he really like pushed to me that actually I thought was cool musically, because like he listened to a lot of lame music. He was super into, I mean, you're probably like he's great, but I was like Billy Joel and stuff like that. And like as a kid, and he was like, I'm like way younger, and like no, like I'm not into that. But he really pushed Mojo Nixon on me. Like, he loved Mojo Nixon. It was very random that he was into something like a little niche. He wasn't into those kind of things. But man, that one kind of hit hard, and I gotta say, like,
yeah,
I hadn't thought about Mojo Nixon in a long time either until he passed, and I felt bad about it that he put such cool stuff out there. So nice tribute there, Jack.
It was, yeah. I mean, and I always like that song anyway, just because it's a great song. Elvis needs boats. I mean, how many other songs mention the Bermuda Triangle? So now I got to mention my other show. So
well, it's all about aliens and everything else. It's a really unbelievable song. Like, it's great.
Yeah, it's got aliens in there.
I want to do another deep Elvis dive because I've done a few. They're always entertaining. There's lots of Elvis weirdness out there. I was real into Elvis like conspiracies and stuff.
Oh yeah, he was seen everywhere. He was working at a gas station in Alabama or some shit like that. Everybody's seen him at some point in time.
He has to be dead by now, though, which is
he's got to be. Let's see. Yeah,
he's born in 1939. I don't like.
That would be almost 90.
Yeah, I mean, I guess until maybe
with his lifestyle, I doubt.
No, he'd be like 85, maybe.
I doubt he'd made it that long.
I think I might be wrong. It might be 1929. I could be wrong.
We all know that Elvis died battling a mummy that was terrorizing a nursing home. So we all know that's how Elvis actually died.
With John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, with an African American John F. Kennedy. We all know that's how.
I remember that timeline. I remember the cornucopia. Yeah. Yes.
Yep. Hey man, you're on the floor. If you haven't seen Bubba Hotep, you need to check that movie out.
I'm glad Pepis got excited. Pepis got a wake-up call with that one. She's like, okay. Or Pepis. Sorry, I keep saying Pepis because I think Pepsi Pepis. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's not pronounced Peepsy. So, it is Pepsi. So Pepis kind of makes more sense than Pepis. But I like Pepis because it puts two urinary things together. Pee.
And it's got
piss.
multiple people. Us. Like pee us. Peep us.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you chose that name, so
yeah. Well,
it's a good one. I think it's good.
She's not gonna
you never thought you were going to be hosting the show.
No, I just thought I would randomly have this name.
Yeah, because I mean, she picked that name when she first came on the show. It was a long time ago. What?
Oh, they're going to say like when she could speak, we let her pick a name. And I was like, what? Well, okay, is that how it works over there? Like, this is, this person, the first word they can say, that's their name. You're like,
Kid
Peepus.
one.
All right, I guess her name's Pepis. That's like, what's that?
The second one was named
with
Dada.
Meatballs 2, where the alien's there, and the guy says, Meathead. And the alien goes, Meathead. And they're like, his name's Meathead. And they just call him Meathead the rest of the movie because that's just the first thing he said.
That makes sense. Yeah,
I want to see the Pepis and Meathead show now. That'd be great. Jack, you could be
Pepis
Meathead.
And Meathead. I could be Meathead easy. I mean,
please call him Meathead from now on, Pepis.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Meathead.
She calls me much worse
it's a perfect non-insulting. Hey, Meathead, get in here. Put your fake beer down for a second.
Yeah, I like this fake beer now. No, I don't.
Yeah, don't.
No. It's great. I can tell you're enjoying yourself.
What, nine more of these things I got to choke down.
Force yourself to like it. That's what I did with the something or another that Grandpa drinks.
Oh, now you're calling out your grandpa. You call out all of our family members on this show at some point in time.
I'm not calling him out for something terrible.
What does he drink? The slightly flavored soda water.
Yeah, the grapefruit one where it tastes like somebody coughed grapefruit into your face.
It's just you're drinking water and somebody just like is cutting a grapefruit in the room, and that's how the flavor
mist
is.
like gets up your nose somehow. You're like, I guess I shouldn't drink this water. It's like,
there's a little bit of a kind of a hint of grapefruit in this.
It's like brushing your teeth after you shave for a dude. We're like, oh, did I just like inhale a bunch of like? Anyway.
After you shave? Well, all right, I don't know what.
Oh wait, I'm about to say you have a beard. You don't shave. Never mind.
Yeah, not often. I don't think a shaving cream is.
Never mind, forget it.
It hasn't touched my face in probably a decade at least.
I've touched your face more recently
shaved
than that.
Yeah, not with your cream though.
You shaved your face when my youngest sister was younger.
When your youngest sister was younger, I haven't shaved in probably 5. I haven't been clean shaven in 5 years.
That's because you're old.
No, I look like it takes 20 years off my life. That's just.
Isn't that good? You're old.
Yeah, you can go be a creep at
you wear
those
old man
bars
glasses.
where you're sober.
Yeah.
Hey, hello, fellow kids.
It was the greatest thing. So,
fellow kids.
So
He'll
I'm
have a
buying
skateboard
this.
behind him, so his 90s music.
Buying this non-alcoholic beer today, and I put it on the belt, and and the lady scans it, and she's like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, "I need my ID for that." And she's like, "Yeah,
Kids
it's
should
asking
not
for
be
the ID."
weaning themselves onto alcohol. Like, think of an 8-year-old could go buy a fake 6-pack. We're just building our
it's
tolerance
zero
up
alcohol.
to the shitty
So-
taste. So once
I
we
gave her
are
my
legal,
ID.
we're hitting the real stuff.
And gave it to her, and I was like, if there's any sort of underage person buying this, they have really got to get their priorities straight because they are too good of a child. Like, you're buying non-alcoholic beer and you're trying to sneak it through.
I'm gonna try to. Now I have a challenge. I have a couple of underage kids. I want to see them try to go pull this off. And they go to the store all the time. Like, try to do it at self-checkout. See if you can scan it.
Like a 9-year-old buying a.
I have a 10-year-old and a
beer.
13-year-old. They can pull it off.
Yeah. Okay, you got to do it, and you got to get back to me on that. How that
I want them
worked
to do
out,
it
if they
together
carved them or
as a
not.
team, and they can split the 6-pack between them.
Yeah, and not
They're
get
like,
any
we're not going to
benefits
drink
from
this piss. Can we get
So it's
candy or
terrible.
something?
People drink
I
this?
guess.
Yeah, being sober is great. I guess we ought to turn this over to Daniel so he can do his little section that he does. And I don't think
Wait,
you've
what?
been on
Wait,
since
we have a
I've
guest coming
introduced
on?
Daniel. Yeah, something like that. He lives in the back room and he comes out every now and then and he says stuff.
I haven't fed him in a while though, so he's a
that's all
little.
But yeah, I don't think Russ has been on since I've had Daniel come in and do his double snacks segment.
No, he's very recent.
But Russ has been here for double snacks, but not before Daniel took it over. Or not after Daniel took it over. So this is going to be a treat for Russ. He gets
I'm new to the Daniel verse. Let's go.
yeah, he gets to meet Daniel, and I got to find the right one. So go ahead and turn this over to you, Daniel. It's going to take a second. Where is it?
Where's Daniel?
No, where's...
The,
Oh, it's this one. Okay. Nope, not that one.
I never said that. I am
should have
Cryon.
been more prepared.
Why are they both the same? No.
I never said that.
This really
Roy
sucks.
is not this man's real name.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait, at least it's not Santa Claus.
All right, Daniel, you're on line 1. Hello.
Hello, this is Michael Jackson in a medium.
Oh, sorry, it's Michael Jackson.
I get a lot of requests on TikTok for this, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay, Daniel.
Here it goes. Hee hee, ooh, hee hee, ow!
All right,
All right,
thank you,
well,
Daniel.
Daniel's
that was
not-
interesting.
Daniel's not showing up for his first segment because I don't know. I guess we lost it, and he's not going to show up for the last segment either. So I will cover for him this time, and only this time. Daniel, get your shit together. I can't believe you decided not to show up. I was like, I guess because we have a guest on, he got nervous. So
Daniel nervous? He just didn't want to be here.
yeah. So you know what? Fuck you, Daniel. Next time, be better prepared. I can't believe you. I am so shocked and
I'm
awe.
feeling really welcome on this episode.
It's because I forgot to feed him.
Well,
He's
I had-
angry that he didn't get his crushed up corn cobs.
Yeah, it was a
So-
rusty piss bucket.
No, it's rusty.
Hey, now.
Oh, rusty water.
Rusty piss bucket. He pisses in the corner. What are you talking about?
No, you're thinking of Binks. That's different.
Banks doesn't know how to piss.
Now I lost Spotify. This is really going downhill quick. I don't know what
if
happened.
You need I would like to play a song. I one of my things I like to bring when Russ is on is I like to pull you in to the modern age. Into the modern age, Jack, into 2024. There's new music out there that wasn't produced in the Are you playing something in the 1990s? I swear to God, there are bands out there that are doing new stuff, and I'm going to play you a song from a band with an album coming out May 24th. One of my favorite bands, La Luz, but they put a single out, and it's great. It's called Strange World. Coming in La Luz with news of
yeah. I liked that guitar tone at the beginning.
I mean, she's an amazing guitar player. Like especially watching her live, I was like, wow, this was
like I want to know that pedal setup for that because I love that tone. That was good.
I mean, it's
tone,
just
like
rich, deep Fender reverb with a couple of pedals. But yeah, she definitely plays Fender and plays through Fender amps and is drenched in a lot of reverb and stuff. But I mean, it's so good. Yeah, amazing.
I like it. I don't like this fake beer, but
What was that song called?
It was called "Strange World" from La Luz.
Oh, gonna have to add it to my playlist.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that album's coming out in like a couple months, but all their
the Gen Z
older stuff
interested.
is super great too. But like that, and they were very like, and I didn't even realize it. I realized I played nothing but a complete female artist tonight. But you know me, Jack. I love all my girl bands, big time, especially in like the rock era. But they posted recently that this whole album and the video for this song, they're like, we didn't even do this on purpose. We're just realizing the entire band is all female. Everyone who produced and recorded it was all female. The people who filmed it were all like, everything was like an entire female production, this whole album and the video and everything. And almost like accidentally to them. They didn't even realize, like, oh, once they got finished, like, oh, we didn't need a single dude to help do this at all. And, hey.
Well, that's good. Though
it really is, but it wasn't even one of those like forced things like on purpose.
Even,
like, oh, we kind of realized like, wow, this is full on late,
which is even better
girl project, which is great. Like, I'm not saying in any kind of demeaning way. I'm very happy for that.
No, yeah, I mean, I've always been like I don't see a difference in music when it comes down to whether it's a woman or a man playing it.
Yeah, but could you imagine like a band coming out like, we just realized it was all us dudes who put this together. It's like, yeah, no shit, it was all you dudes.
What, you know, that for 100
that would
years.
be the attitude with any album of any band for a long time. To accidentally happen like, oh, actually, we didn't need any of you dudes, and we made this amazing song and video.
I do especially like it nowadays, just the prevalence of women in rock in general now has been very great.
Please more, like always.
And they're very creative. They're like almost equally, if not more creative than men when it comes to writing rock music. And I've been really digging a lot of it that I've been hearing that's been coming out lately. I think I played not too long ago. I can't remember the name of the band. No.
I thought you were going to be like, just some of the recent music I'm listening to, the Breeders. I was like, wait, Jack, this is not the 90s. Hold on, we're talking
Hole. No, it was what was the name? Last Dinner Party. All female group out of England, and I really like them. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I'm getting into newer stuff, Russ.
I know. I like to mess with you about that.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of stuck in the 90s. I don't want to get into your stuff.
Why not? That's nice.
Look, that 90s stuff will never get out of your brain. Trust me. You know this too. Like, it'll never get out. So like, as far away as you get, it'll still always be there. So like, don't worry. Like, it is fun to listen.
Alice in Chains wrote the Nothing song. It's like that. The song sticks to your brain like peanut butter in your mouth or something like that. I don't know how he said it, but yeah, it's just like, that's how I describe 90s songs. Pretty much all of them like that. They're earworms. They get in there, they don't get out. And the 90s was a weird decade for that. There was so much change in the music landscape going on. The emergence of like alternative and things like that. It was a great decade for music.
It was literally
of course
like,
I'm going to be stuck in it.
It was like the dumb. I know. It's like you get that risk of sounding like, oh, we're going to be the next boomers. The 60s were the best. And like, I hated that shit when I was a kid. I'm like, all right, the fucking 60s, whatever. Like, yeah, that shit was good. But like, you guys are like, all y'all don't know. We partied and no one ever is allowed to do what we did ever again. It's like, all right, well, stop throwing it in our face, idiots. And it's not like you guys stayed that way. You all became assholes. It's not like you guys all had fun for a little while and then moved on and became insufferable. So I feel like the Gen X thing was be opposite. Like, all right, we did some good stuff, but like, all right, we're not going to be as insufferable as our parents. Like, we really can't be. And Pepis, please understand that like, you see how you were talking about your grandpa and being annoyed. Like, the future grandpas hopefully won't be as annoying, but I mean, knowing humanity, they probably will be. I'm trying my
Yeah,
best to not
it's something we're gonna have to do. I mean, but I don't know. I've always been I try to be open to new music, and especially as I've gotten older. And I think that's a problem with a lot of the boomer generation is that they didn't want to be open to it. They were stuck in that, and
that was the thing. Everything like we grew up with was all there, nostalgia, and like now we're kind of doing it too, like Stranger Things and like other things like that, where it's like the '80s was the greatest, and like they're going back and think about that. It's like
the '80s
all right,
wasn't even great. In
they
the
were
80s.
great. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they were pretty awesome. The '80s, I mean, they were fucking amazing. So were the '90s. But it's like being stuck on that and trying to hold it over a generation. It's like no, like we have way better shit now than anyone that ever existed that is dead from that era at all. Like the shit they had to work for, like shitty little tube TVs that costed like $900. Like in general living, like whatever. We're getting off on a weird thing, but yeah, in spite of ourselves, we are actually doing okay.
Yeah, the accessibility of things now, I think it makes a huge difference. So you can just go on to Spotify, and you have a world of music at your fingertips, decades of music. You got obscure shit that nobody's ever even heard of on there, and is just a plethora of things. And I think this generation's really got it the best out of any of them.
Yeah, you guys can have whatever you guys want. Like, you can pick any era of stuff to be in, and it's very accessible. And, like, if I like this aesthetic, I want to do this. It's like, before that, you wouldn't even really know about it. So I'm kind of surprised there aren't, like, more, like, subgenres of weirdness. Like, I mean, steampunk is one thing, rockabilly is one thing, punk, oi, whatever else, Incubus, whatever you call that, new metal, like that whole. I know that still exists and is becoming nostalgic. There's like new metal nights at bars around here and stuff all the time, like where you're like, new metal, what do you? But if I saw like an industrial night, I'd be like, all right, I gotta go check that out.
Oh, industrial night would be freaking great. Everybody gets out their fishnets and goes and just black makeup,
fucking jam out to some Ministry. I'd be just so down. Let's do it.
Stands there and dances in place. Yeah, it would be fun. But we gotta move on because we're kind of running kind of late.
For the record.
For the record.
I do not find my grandfather annoying. I do very much like his music taste.
Oh, your grandfather is an exception because he has moved. Like he's not a typical boomer. He actually does like new music. Mm-hmm. So
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I got into a lot of the music that I did was. And a lot of the newer stuff that I listened to actually came from him, which is weird. And by newer stuff, I mean like it's 20 years old now, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what I keep trying to pull you on. I'm like, hold on, what are we talking about new here? He's like, have you heard of this guy, Jack White? He's come out of nowhere. He's a great guitar player. I'm like, yeah. Yeah,
they beat up that guy in Detroit.
Whoa.
Wait, Jack White beat up a guy? There's no way.
Yeah, he never got in trouble for it. It's amazing. It's kind of like how, what's his name, killed
I think you're thinking of Mark
people
Wahlberg.
in a car crash.
What are you talking about?
Mark Wahlberg beats up people for a living, I think.
But we have to move. Mark Wahlberg was like doing hate crimes and stuff, but I don't think Jack White beat up anybody.
No, Jack White, he got into a fight with somebody in Detroit. And I don't know. I don't remember the story. And I don't want to paraphrase it. So, I don't want somebody out there just being like, that's slander. Because I don't
he's trying to give us some black licorice. He's like, I never liked it. I never will.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really much care for Jack White and his music, but some of it's all right. Some of it's okay. But we got to play our.
Some of it is bad. Most of it is pretty great. That's my stance on Jack White.
I got the opposite stance, but we can agree to disagree.
He could destroy you in a guitar off, so don't even.
He could destroy me in a fight, probably, too.
Yeah, exactly. He'll hate crime your ass. He's like, this guy's a hater, and I'm going to crime on him.
But we got our greatest guitar solo of all time bracket still going on. We've got a few more that we have to do. And it's like eventually we're going to get this bracket done. It's 32 episodes long. This is going to be for this first session. And we are going to be throwing it back for this. Sorry, Russ.
Oh, no, please. I'm part of the program.
Not what
Where are we at right now?
when you said throwing it back.
Yeah,
I mean, we are in the midst of March Madness. This is totally appropriate.
Yeah, this bracket's fitting right in. It's like every time I tag bracket now on Instagram, I get tons of hits because everybody thinks I'm doing the March Madness, but no.
Oh, they lost.
It's the greatest guitar solos of all time. And in this episode, we have Thin Lizzy with Someday She Is Going to Hit Back versus Eruption by Van Halen. And now I'm not going to play the entire Eruption song. I'm just going to play Eruption, and I'm not going to play.
Isn't that like?
It's all
like
solo.
the most epic Van Halen song, right? In solo.
Yeah, but then it goes into that Kinks cover. You Really Got Me, I think. Right? I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. But I'm not going to play that part. I'm just going to play just Eruption. So, kiss my ass if you don't like it, but whatever. Because, I don't know, otherwise it's too long. And all of these songs that you guys have sent in have been ridiculously long.
Yes.
But then again, if you're going to have a guitar solo, it's got to be good. So here we go. Thin Lizzy. I like
Boys
this
are back
one.
in town, too.
I wish. Well, you got back just in time, just as soon as Eruption ended.
Yes. No, I know Eruption, of course. That's like, so that's going to like fly up the bracket, right? Like it's stupid not to vote for Eruption, right?
It kind of is, but I've had some upsets so far. Like,
well, what survived? Like what is, what's else is on the table?
Hold on. Let me,
the March Madness begins.
Yeah, I gotta get my old man glasses on again. Here.
So like people keep submitting
really
these things
small.
though. So like personally, like what are your like hits? Like what are your favorite solos? Like what gets you going?
I've submitted a couple on here myself because I needed. I got a lot of suggestions actually, and some songs I'd never even heard. Like I had Sunglasses at Night, and I would have never even
think
thought
what
of
the
that
solo
song.
that would be.
I didn't even know there was one, but there is, and it's pretty freaking rocking, actually. I was surprised, but that's one of the upsets, I think. I've gotten a lot of votes for that one, and it was against...
when I see the voting, maybe I'll have to go listen to that one and think of the solo.
It was against Voodoo Child.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
And then there's Comfortably Numb versus No More Tears by Ozzy, and I kind of figured Comfortably Numb would take that, and it didn't get a single vote. Everybody voted for Ozzy on that one. But,
Well, look, I mean, I'm not on here a lot. Like, can I submit one? I mean, is that allowed if I'm on here to submit a solo? And it's definitely one no one submitted. And it's
gonna have to go.
When I think of a solo, I don't know. I have a weird affinity for slide solos that come in really heavy songs because they come. I don't know. They just hit differently. You know what I mean? When you hear like a slide hitting a solo in a song, like think of like a Butthole Surfer song or something, or a Ministry song. Think of like Jesus Spelled by Hot Rod or something like that. When that slide solo comes in out of nowhere, and you're like, "Whoa! Like this is pretty great." I have one like that. Let's see if I can find this, as I have my thing hooked up here. I just gotta remember what day. I know what album it's on. It's from one of my favorite bands, the Dwarves. Are you a fan of the Dwarves? You know the Dwarves?
I've never heard of them.
Never heard the Dwarves? Well, the Dwarves are pretty much the greatest rock and roll band of all time. But this is. Can I play a song? Can we just jump into it? Hear a solo in a song? It's a quick song.
Go for it.
All right, here's the Dwarves. Accelerator. I mean, so the solo kind of comes right in the middle, but it's like a slide solo out of nowhere in a very intense song. So there you go. Yeah, I know I don't listen to a lot of like metally, like solo-y centric stuff, but I do appreciate that shit. And that is like that's a driving song for me. If that doesn't come on a road trip, I'm upset and I want to speed, especially when the solo
what I would consider and what I like to call dirty desert. Groups like Ministry and White Zombie and things like that have that kind of desert vibe, but more of a metal feel, and that kind of fits right in with it.
Yeah, and that was one of those albums where they were kind of doing a lot of different genres of stuff. Like they're mostly like a poppy punk, but well, it's hard to say that. Anyway, but speaking of desert stuff, I know you're a big Queens fan too. Have any Queen songs entered into the greatest solos competition at all?
Not in this Not in this one. I've got one coming up when this bracket finishes, I don't know, sometime next year, because at the rate I'm going, it's taking forever. But, yeah, there's a Queen song thrown into that one. I don't remember what it is offhand. But, yeah, they're in there. They're going to be in there.
I almost put the live version of "Wanna Make It With You" is one of the greatest guitar solos.
Oh, that is a good one. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the live version of Desert Sessions playing on like Swedish television with it's PJ Harvey and Josh Homme playing with Desert Sessions live on Swedish television. It's on YouTube, and they play "Making With You," and he does that extra live version, like kind of like probably how you saw them live, that the way he does the solo. He does a more low-key version of it there, and it's so good. And I know you saw them play that live, and watching that solo live is pretty special. You got to say that. It
was probably one of the best concerts I've been to in my life, and I've been to a lot of concerts. So.
Oh, same here. Same here.
That was an amazing show.
It was the last big concert I've been to. Like, I've been to some shows since then, and I'm trying to go to some shows soon. But last big concert, Queen's, wow, amazing. Yeah. And that song always gets me, and that whole thing live. And I had the cool experience of seeing it at Atlanta, where Jesse Hughes from Eagles of Death Metal was in the crowd in the front row, and Josh kind of sang "I Want to Make It With You" to him and acknowledged he was in the crowd. He's like, I used to be in a band with this guy, and he played, and he's like Jesse Hughes, and it was insane. Like, that was amazing.
That's great.
To be in the room for that, and he
who else was
just
in
shredded that solo. It was so amazing.
Wasn't John Paul Jones in that?
He wasn't at that one, but he was in Them Crooked Vultures, of course.
Yeah, Them Crooked Vultures. Yeah, that was with
he was
Dave
in that
Grohl,
band. Yeah.
John Paul Jones and Josh Homme and
Dave Grohl.
I like their stuff
and,
too. And there was one more guy I can't remember.
Yeah, who's the other guy? Call in, taking calls.
Right.
Who?
But yeah, get your votes in for that.
Alania Johannes.
Eruption by Van Halen. I think a lot of people are probably going to vote for that one, so go right ahead. But the other one, you can't factor out that Thin Lizzy song. That was a good solo, and Thin Lizzy's not really known for their solos. They're very bass-driven group, so having an actual guitar solo in their song, not very common. So
they're very boys are back in town heavy. So, but that's a great song. One of the greatest riffs ever.
It was. So get your votes into that. You can drop them off at anywhere that you can DM me. You can get me on Instagram at Jack_snacks or Snacking with Jack Pod on Instagram. On Facebook.
Let Pepis Jones know.
Yeah, she needs to know. Well, she knows all about this. But yeah, you can go ahead and get those votes in. Follow me. Get your votes. Vote. And you can still vote. All voting is open still on the last songs that have been played on the last episode. So get your votes in for those too if you have not. Pepis, anything you want to say or plug?
I have an Instagram.
Wow.
It's at that Pepis Jones.
Okay. So yeah, still same thing going on there. You can check her out on Instagram. She posts random shit every now and then.
I stopped my Jack stalking page.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, just for that, I'm going to continue it.
Oh, damn. Well, whatever. But, Russ, how about you? Any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
I'll say thank you, Pepis, very much. And thank you also, Jack, for having me on. And I want to plug one thing. I want to plug Silk City Hot Sauce. Hot sauce? Silk City Hot Sauce. Go check it out. My buddy Art Muffin has a new hot sauce out called Psychic Bigfoot. And it's a Psychic Bigfoot hot sauce. It's a spicy habanero and fig hot sauce. It's kind of crazy and really good. Check it out. Silk City Hot Sauce. That's what I'm plugging.
Silk City Hot Sauce. Where can you find this at? Like just type in Silk City Hot Sauce. All right. Well,
and look up, and there's all kind of great ones. There's Mud Truck Madness, but definitely check out our buddy Art Muffin's Psychic Bigfoot hot sauce. It's a great label. It's a great hot sauce. It's awesome. I love it. And yes.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, check that out for sure. And I'm gonna have to check it out too.
And I'm gonna have to eat it because you.
Well, I can eat hot sauce. It just terrorizes my butthole the next day. So I just kind of avoid it. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. But yeah, I appreciate you being on, Russ. It's been fun. It's been a blast. It's run a little bit longer than usual, but we had a lot of talking going on, and I like that.
Well, of course. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, and Pepis, you, of course. I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Keeping me grounded, keeping me going. So
grounded? Yeah, you can't have any more electronics.
not that type of grounded.
I know what grounded.
Go to your room.
Go to your couch.
But no, yeah, and I appreciate all you people out there for listening and keeping me going and supporting me through what has been a very interesting time in my life and still doing this show. So appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody for sticking around, and many more great shows
for sure. And can I put us out on a song, or do you have one?
Go for it. I actually
I want to do this. I want to do this because you. Thank you very much for having me on. Thank you for still being on, Jack and Pepis. And let's just go. I don't know. Somehow Mojo Nixon got me in that kind of country vibe a little bit. But we'll go out. I know you say you like to listen to new music. Do you listen to Viagra Boys at all, Jack?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I like them a lot.
Do you like In Spite of Ourselves? You ever heard that song?
I love the video for that song. Have you seen the video for it?
Of course. It's got the watermarks and everything. So let's go out with that. Yeah. Why not? What are we doing?
Sweet.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. She's my baby, I'm never gonna let her go.
I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, I'm his honey. He's my baby, I'm never gonna let him go.
All my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. She takes a licking, I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. A whacked out widow and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's a howling at the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe. He's my baby and I'm his honey. He's my baby, I'm his honey. He's my baby, I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. And we're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
She's my baby,
I'm his honey.
she's my baby.
I'm never gonna let you go.
I want to.
It's like a nutcracker in here.
Yeah, it's big enough for yours.
Slick. Thank you.
I finally got a good comeback.